Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. It has been a long time, so I want to begin by welcoming all of you who have already subscribed to my YouTube channel and those of you who are new to my YouTube channel. Before I forget, I want to acknowledge Dave of the WizardsTower, because he divinely inspired me to take a bit of a sabbatical, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But right now the time is approximately 8:32 p.m. and the date is Monday, January 24th, 2019. The sun is currently in Cancer, sign of the Mother, human and divine, and the moon is currently waning in the sign of Pisces. All this watery energy, all this mermaid energy. So, I have a lot of new subscribers. I want to welcome them each, and they are, and these are my newest subscribers after I uploaded my most recent video, which was back in February. So, Luther, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Laite, and then Elizabeth Mariam, Justin Townsend, Janice McKay, Carol D, Elizabeth Elliott, Razzie Girl, Candy Mack, Hardest Man in Tarot, I love that username, Johnny Gray with an A, Madeline Ailman, Kyle McKenzie, J.V. DeRoy, give me a moment, Lorcanarius Pat, I hope I pronounced it correctly, Elizabeth Munoz, Emma the Chronic Survivor, another great username, Willow Fairy Haven. You know, I need to give some offerings to the Sacred Fae. You're reminding me to do that. Eric Arguelas, Lang Pham, Jasmine Hudson, Nico Rush with 2 H's, Victoria Blanche, no, I'm mispronouncing it, Blanche, but I would say Blanche, because that's the correct French pronunciation, Ronnie Love, Heather's Spiritual Uplifts, I love it, and Starflower Oracle, again, I love it. So I'd like to welcome all of you to my YouTube channel, and if I have not acknowledged you by name, it's because I did not receive a notification telling me what your YouTube username is. I don't have to acknowledge you, I want to, but of course, if you don't want to be acknowledged, I'm totally okay with that going forward. Now, you know I love my index cards. So, I want to talk a little bit about what's happened in the last few months. As some of you may recall, I was going to lead my very third Goddess course, which was entitled Goddess Everlasting. In spite of my efforts, there were only 2 people who had registered, and previously my minimum acceptable required number of participants for any of my classes, courses, and events was 5. It's currently 6. It's been increased to 6. I felt it was time. So 2 wasn't going to work for me, especially for a multi-class course. So it was canceled, and I'm okay with that, because these things happen. And then I was divinely guided to focus my energies on various professional endeavors and personal issues. And for my own peace of mind, and maybe for yours as well, when I say personal issues, I just mean that there were some things that needed my undivided attention, and I gave them my undivided attention. Also, I needed to be away from my home for a while and take care of a few things away from home. So that was rough, to be honest with you. It was really rough, but I knew it was necessary, and I knew why it was necessary. So I did that, and I have been spending the last week or so reconnecting with my home, reconnecting with my cats, just really like reconnecting in a lot of ways. I also want to I don't want to go into too much detail, but I really do feel like saying a little bit more about that is necessary. I definitely felt the need for, oh, Isis, you're so gorgeous, I love you. And you don't care because you're hungry, or annoyed, or both, or thirsty. You know cats. Anyway, so I really felt like I needed to just do some things, and I experienced a period of great soul growth. I really did. And it was very necessary. It was very, very necessary. And now I'm looking forward to, in a lot of ways, I'm reconnecting with who I am, and I'm remembering divine truths and sacred wisdoms that I had forgotten. That I'd forgotten a lot about, actually. In some ways I've changed. In some ways I've remained the same. And in some ways I'm not the same person. I've noticed that my love for chocolate has increased considerably, which is ironic considering that in my blood relations family, it's my mother and my brother who are the chocoholics in my family. Oh, but man, have I become a fiend for milk and cookies. I don't even want to start. Don't get me started. Let's put it that way. I feel good, and I'm a lot more patient. No, that's not true. I am learning, and the great goddess and her angels are reminding me to be patient with myself, because there are a lot of things that are happening, and there are a lot of things that are going to happen that are very exciting to me. Hold on, I need to look behind me, because I'm like, what is Isis doing? I can't tell from this angle. I really feel like I'm coming back to me, and I love that. I really do love that. I want to thank those of you who have been extremely patient in waiting for this video, because it is a long time in coming, and I am looking forward to catching up on a lot of videos. I'm definitely looking forward to some really great videos on other topics. And for those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, the vast majority of my videos are of a metaphysical, magical, and mystical nature. I definitely am looking forward to doing some spreads. I have a lot of new tarot decks and oracle card decks that I'm looking forward to properly reviewing the way I normally review a deck. And I'm looking forward to, I've often talked about her, and I haven't talked about her in a while, at least in one of my videos, but Alana Fairchild. I love her works. I love what she creates. Her oracle card decks resonate with me. I was actually pleasantly surprised to discover how much I love her Sacred Rebels oracle cards. I actually discovered through that deck that I am a Sacred Rebel, which is still new to me. Earlier today, somebody said I have a sense of humor. That's new to me too. And I need to take a sip of some coffee. You know my coffee. I ran out of tea, but it's okay. That's good. I still got it when it comes to making coffee. Okay, so one of the musical artists that I've been listening to lately is Neela. And I love Neela. In fact, I need to thank my awesome audiovisual person for turning me on to her. There have been times that he's played her medicine chant, and it is a fantastic video. It's a fantastic song. I have noticed that I'm reconnecting with Native American traditions, and it's a very beautiful Native American oriented song. And it's not a coincidence that a lot of Native American chants have a heartbeat, and that heartbeat rhythm has been both physically and emotionally healing and detoxifying for me. So I've been listening to Neela's medicine chant pretty religiously, I'm going to put a link in the video description for both Dave of the Wizards Tower's YouTube channel, as well as Neela's medicine chant video. And oh my goddess, it's so great. Now, as far as one of the books that I've been working with lately, and it's so appropriate for Pride Month, as an LGBTQIA+ Pride Month. It is called Queering the Tarot. And it just so happens that the foreword was written by Beth Maiden of Little Red Tarot. And I've used her deck interview spread on several occasions. And so I'm really happy to see her name as writing the foreword. And it just so happens that Teresa Reed, also known as the Tarot Lady, interviewed Cassandra Snow, the author of this book, on her podcast. I cannot wait to listen to it because I want to hear more about what she says and what she does and what she creates. I haven't begun reading the book yet. I did add it to my Goodreads section, but I'm looking forward to diving into this book. We all know that I read a lot of books at the same time, but I want to make time for this one. And I've gotten over my stuff about likes and shares, so I do ask that you do a like. And when it comes to shares, this is what I saw on YouTube when it comes to shares. So embed, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, Mix, Facebook, Blogger, formerly known as Blogspot, Reddit, LinkedIn, and of course email. Now here's something interesting that happened. So I also need to acknowledge Jennifer Ball's Witch House, formerly known as Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage, because she's reminded me to make time and spend money on independently published decks. And I actually have one called the Mermaid Cat Tarot. But the reason I'm mentioning it is because now more than ever, if I find out about an independently published tarot deck, especially on a crowdfunding website, it's like, if I can spare the money, I go for it. So Jennifer, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. The other thing is, I definitely invite you to give this video a like and share it on any of those platforms. And the reason I mentioned the Mermaid Cat Tarot is because the living creatrix of it thought that I couldn't spread the word about her website, about her deck, because I didn't use Facebook anymore. Well, guess what? I tweeted every day, loved doing it, happily did it, and she manifested the monies for the deck. And I actually received the deck about a month ago. And it's so appropriate because I love cats. And I'm currently participating in Mother House of the Goddesses Mermaid Magic course. So, and with all this watery energy, it's so appropriate. I want to thank all of you for honoring who I am and what I do. If you are divinely guided to avail yourself of my psychic services, I invite you to do so. My email address will be included in the description box as well. This is a two-part video. This is the What's Happened video, and the What's Happening video is forthcoming. But for now, I wish all of you and yours wealth, health, and happiness, joy, riches, and success, or better, now and always. And good night.